Hi, welcome back to my channel, Maddie Makes. We're in a different room today, just trying out different areas in our house, I guess. Seeing where filming feels the best. This week we'll mostly be talking about fiber. We're in the middle of Tour de Fleece, which I participate in, and I have an exciting announcement about something I've been working on since about November of last year, which is finally coming together and ready to be launched. So let's start with sewing projects I've completed. I made my first t-shirts, which was really fun, and they were very easy for the most part. Cutting the jersey, it kind of like to roll on some of the fabric, but it's all a learning curve. So this is my first t-shirt. It's the Jessie T pattern, which is a free pattern if you sign up for the newsletter. I can't remember the website right now, but I will link it below. So I just did like a natural cotton jersey with a contrast hem or neckband in citron. I ordered all of my fabric from Lyrical Fabric, which was my first time using them. Definitely would order again. I think they had really good customer service. One of the ribbings I wanted was out of stock, unfortunately, when they started packing my order. So they just, emailed me, asked what I would like instead. They had some good recommendations on what would be a close change. So then I made this striped t-shirt with a navy blue collar. This one I still need to hem the sleeves and bottom of the shirt. I made a third shirt in kind of a light tan. It was a hemp knit blend, which it's downstairs drying. I've already worn it, but I really liked the fabric. I like wearing hemp. I thought it was pretty soft and comfortable and good for the heat that we've been experiencing here. So I feel like being able to make my own t-shirts, which I'm traditionally a pretty like jeans and t-shirt kind of person, I think being able to make my own t-shirts and finding a pattern I like for just a basic tee is going to be really useful in building my handmade wardrobe. I really think over time I will mostly be wearing all handmade clothes. Easy to say now, but we'll see as time goes on if I stay sewing like I have been. But it's just been fun, especially now with how like fast fashion and Shein and Amazon and all these places that are really just hurting not only like the garment industry and garment makers and designers, but also like our environment. I would like to have water and resources and soil to grow food in, but maybe I'm the only one. No, just kidding. I know I'm not. Sometimes it feels like we're the minority though. I also started a Sid tie top. We are going to an outdoor concert, like music festival this coming weekend. So of course I was like, oh, I need to make myself a cute top for it. So I got this fun daisy fabric from Fabulism. I got it at my local fabric store, which they've been carrying a lot more Fabulism, which I'm very excited about because I like their fabrics, like all their fun patterns and releases and things. And we do have 2 fabric stores in our area. Both are quilting stores, so it's fun having garment fabrics that I can get at them. I'm still deciding. I was working on this and then we were out of town this weekend for my sister's baby shower, so I didn't get to work on it too much. But I'm considering doing these like white ties on it, but I don't know if it's too bright and contrasty. There'd be 4 ties. One of my friends thought maybe doing like a light orange to kind of pull the middle of the flowers would be cool. I also do have more of my Fabulism fabric, so I could cut the ties out from that. We'll see what I decide, and I'll include a photo of the finished top in my next video. So that's kind of it for sewing. I did make a top the other week that was just bigger than I want it to be, so I did gift that to my sister who's pregnant. It's 100% linen. She's due in a month, so I was like, wow, you know, a nice flowy linen top sounds pretty nice for the last month of pregnancy and postpartum, but I don't know, I don't have kids. So let's move on to spinning. I did just order new fiber, even though I'm part of the Stash Dashers, which the premise is to stash down, spin your stash, make room. But when I saw Jess from La Mercerie post this month's colorway for her year of fiber, I ordered it so quick. I absolutely love it. I love the yellows, the blues. I mean, can you guys tell? I enjoy this kind of coloring. It's from Kiera Wiggins, who I've also wanted to try their fiber before, so I thought it was the perfect time. The colorway is Apples and Primroses. It's a 70% Romney wool and 30% alpaca, Surrey alpaca. So it's also a new to me blend, so really excited to spin this up. I don't know what it will be yet, but excited about that. So let's talk Tour de Fleece. Like I said, I'm on the Stash Dashers team, which is hosted by Melissa of Melly Knits. She's a fiber hand processor in Canada, who I've ordered a few times from before. Her bats are kind of hard to get because they're hand processed. There's not huge quantities like, you know, commercial things. But she hosts a team every year for Tour de Fleece. I think this year she said there's a little over 500 people participating in her team. And then she breaks it down. You can choose to be in small groups. So I do a small group on Instagram, and she just puts you in random groups with, I think, like 10 other spinners, so it's fun. There's one spinner who is only about 2 hours away from me, but then we have people that live in like Europe, so it's fun connecting with different people because spinning does feel kind of solitary, and it's fun to have people to be able to talk to. I've been messaging a little bit with one of my group members from my first year doing Tour de Fleece. This is my third year doing it, so the first year we've been messaging kind of like our plans and things, and it's fun to just feel more connected and kind of build that community even though it's only online. I think community is really important, so that's been something I've been trying to work on this past year, especially with like fiber arts and making. So this is my first finished skein of Tour de Fleece. It's yarn from Yarn Jam, and it was just a one-of-a-kind colorway she had listed. It does have some like rainbow neps, and it's the Shanico blend, which is I think it's Rambouillet and merino wool. It's an American wool blend, which I like. So I finished that over the first few days and then started my bigger spinning project for Tour de Fleece. I'm doing a sweater spin, which I talked about last video. So I started with my lighter gray of my confetti fiber from La Bien-Aimée, and it's got these really fun little colors in it. You can see them better here. All the fun little scraps. It's all recycled yarns and things from their process. So I filled up a few bobbins. I think I'm missing one. I need to find that. This is my progress from the weekend. I spun a whole bobbin and I'm almost done with my next. So once I finish these, I'll move on to my dark gray color. This was connected. My cat's in here with me, and he really enjoys wool and chewing on it, so that was not a fun surprise when I came back in. My other goal for Tour de Fleece this year was to practice my spindle spinning, which is new to me. As you can tell, it's been a learning curve. I've been having a hard time getting enough twist into my singles to make them usable. So I was working again on it last night with some hand-dyed fiber that I dyed, and I think this was a merino silk blend. It was just a little scrap I had left over, so I dyed that up and was practicing. So I think things were clicking better. So my goal was to try doing this 10 minutes a day every day for the tour. That hasn't totally happened. Let's see. Sorry about the video shaking. My cat is behind here and wiggling around. So I obviously want these videos to be professional, and I do put time into them. But I'm also not like a big video editor or, you know, things like that. This is just something I want to do for fun, and hopefully people will watch it and enjoy it. So my knitting, I've been working on my Avenue tank by Tori Yu. I connected it in the round, so I'll show that in my next video. I haven't really made like a ton of progress. I've also been working on an emotional support yarn chicken for my friend's son for his birthday. So that will get finished this week, and I can include a photo next time. So my big exciting project I've been working on this past fall, I was talking with my husband, and you know, I've been a part of this space for a long time, the fiber like community, but again, mostly solitary, I would say. One of my really good friends I met in college is also a knitter, and she taught me how to sew this spring, and I kind of helped show her some techniques for hand spinning, and she's become a spinner now. Her and her mom are both doing Tour de Fleece this year, which has been fun to see them progressing and enjoying it. I just think it's really cool to be able to share these things we enjoy with others that enjoy it as well. So this fall said, I think I want to learn how to dye fiber. Yarn, I wasn't really interested in learning. I don't know. To me, they're very different. And then I had seen our area, there's the Driftless Folk School, which is about 45 minutes from here, is their like home base. But they offer different classes in folk arts, I would say it is. And I can't remember her name right now, but she owns Little Fern Fibers. I'll link her Instagram here. She also does this really cool like sword yoga. It sounds weird. When you see it, it's really cool. But she was teaching a class actually at my local co-op. They have like a big community space upstairs on fiber dyeing, hand processing wool, and how to spin on a drop spindle. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is, you know, my weekend off. I have to do this. So I signed up, I learned how to dye fiber, and I really enjoyed the process. I originally went to college to be an art teacher, so I've always enjoyed art and, you know, color, and I've really been trying to find something outside of knitting that allows me to create a finished piece that I can share with others. Knitting is very much so for myself. I do enjoy making gifts for people, but I don't have an interest in trying to sell what I'm making because, as you guys know, a hand knit garment just takes so long. There's no way to put an appropriate price on that and still make it marketable. So I thought fiber dyeing would be a really cool thing to try, and so I took the class. I learned how to dye fiber. I ordered my dyes. I ordered some fiber and got in touch with my friend Mackenzie, who I was talking about before. She went to school to be a graphic designer. We were both art majors. And we chatted about, what I was looking for in a logo, the name of my business, and what I would want in that. And she created a logo for my business that I absolutely love, and I'm so grateful that she was able to do this for me. So my labels just came in the mail this past week while we were gone, and this is it. But it's going to be Gemini Fiber Co. My astrological sign's a Gemini, so it just seemed like a fun thing. And so she also included the 2 little stars on both sides, like the Gemini twins. And yeah, so I'm gonna be launching my Etsy store this week, and I just really hope that someone buys something because they love it and want to spin it. So I'm just going to show you guys my colorways that I'm going to be putting up into the store this week. It's a small update. I didn't want to invest too much time and money getting started. And, it's a slow build. I understand that. I don't expect to be selling out, in the first few years even. But I'll just show you what I have so far. So this is on a Targhee base. I actually am giving away one of these braids in the Stash Dashers. Melly does weekly giveaways, and people can just, offer to donate items to be given away in that. So it's like a random drawing, and she just gives away whatever she does offer. She gives away things from her shop and just all different things. It's a fun thing. So this colorway will be someone's gonna win one of these braids. And this is a Targhee braid. This is also on my Targhee base, a little bit brighter, fun. And then I did get this really fun American blend. So it's not just from one specific sheep, but it's all American grown wool. It's a little bit, I would say, like toothier, woolier. So I dyed up this really fun kind of sunset-y color. And then this really cool colorway. Again, can you guys tell? I enjoy kind of these. I'm showing my art back here. This is not my art. It's been purchased by the Siverston Gallery. They have a location in Duluth and Grand Marais, Minnesota. So I slowly collected prints as we went up there on different trips. These are on a merino silk base. I dyed these this winter. Can you tell? A lot darker, moodier, but I'm a big blue person. I also love hot pink, even though I don't like pink, but I like neons. And then my final base for this update is a sock blend. I enjoy spinning for socks. And so this is a merino nylon blend. All of these braids so far, they're all 4-ounce braids. So I'm trying something different with these. All of my sock blends also will include a 1-ounce little ball of a contrast color that coordinates. So you can make your own little mini skein, like how you order sock sets of yarn. I wanted to do that with fiber. So I have this kind of moody, again, dyed over the winter. And then this was one of my first colorways. Again, we have the teal, aqua blues, and the hot pinks. The contrast for this is the same. It's this hot pink, which is really fun. Then I did this really cool, I love them all. They're all so different. And these all have their own coordinating contrast color. That's like a little 1 ounce ball of fiber to go with it. And this is my last colorway for my update. So I will also link my Etsy store below. Like I said, I'm hoping to get that up this week and ready to go. I got, all my labeling and packaging things ready. So if any of you are hand spinners and want to check out the shop, feel free. Like I said, this is new to me, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully people will enjoy what I've created. But I think that's all for this week. Thank you for, following along if you have been. Feel free to subscribe. So yeah, enjoy your week. Happy making if you're participating in Tour de Fleece. We're already halfway done. So I hope you guys are enjoying spinning, sewing, knitting, whatever your crafts are, and I will see you next time.